We're live.
Yay.
We are live and in person.
Except for there is one thing I forgot to do before we
What may
started,
that
which just get a gain multiplier for you guys' voices. So we're good now. Yeah, yeah. Next season, dude. I'm excited for all the new maps. That's all I gotta say.
Text me.
The new maps is what I want
See
to
how
see.
long it takes Yuki to jump in here.
There's already 3,
Okay.
so
And one of them
Pretty
not
neat.
being
pretty
me.
sure is Yuki.
Ooh, Cliff.
My spider senses are tingling.
Spider senses are
Oh yeah,
tingling.
my favorite map.
Yuki says, "I heard you, Blade." But nah, yeah, no, you're fine, Yuki. I pulled a Bob Ross on you, so that's how that went last night. Put everyone to sleep by talking. Nice, good, calm voice, apparently. Should just go for more focused,
It's
quality
just
content
us
like that.
with an arty. Us and the nuke.
Alright, this is not going to be fun then. Toto, what would you like to see next season?
The old maps.
Yeah, I am definitely,
Ooh, nice.
I would love to see all the older maps brought back dude, Cliff, because I almost feel like I could,
Ooh, that's a Death Star.
count the amount of maps that are in the game right now with one hand. Maybe two hands.
I'd
But
like to
maybe.
see them undo some of their duelists.
Some of their whats?
Some of the maps that they've done, I'd like to see them undo.
Oh, like the Sunset
Nice shot.
Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunset Coast has got to go. Can't stand that map. So. Oh, I just did some damage to myself.
Friendly vehicle destroyed. They found us.
Oh, that's a waffle.
Yeah, that is a waffle. So a couple things I would love to see would be, equipment. Some equipment reworks, perk reworks. Perk reworks would just be really cool in general, just to see a couple of what they want to do. But primarily, like, the reusable consumables would be awesome.
Yes, that would be a very...
Yeah, that would make a gigantic
Help me.
difference in the entire game. To be able to see reusable consumables.
Oh, come on. Okay. I'll take that. Thank you, Nuke. You're welcome for the extra armor?
Indeed. What are you, reloading? But yeah, dude. Like, reusable consumables is awesome. Just that in general would make a huge difference. Bringing back all the old maps. Another thing that I want to throw out there is that if you watch Quickie Baby, or any of the other streamers or YouTubers, it went E75 TS, and then immediately after that, they had, what was it? The 7032, which is the double barrel tank. And then the new light tanks coming out, the wheeled vehicles. There's a lot that we might be seeing this next update. So, yeah, I don't know what to think. I don't think that they'll introduce wheeled vehicles right away. Like, that'll take a minute, but They might bring one in, or they might bring in a double-barreled tank.
Ready to fire on target.
Yeah, victory shot.
I got 5 kills in that game.
Yeah, I don't know why they would, you know, take him off the air if they're talking about the next season, because it is a subject that needs to be hammered. You know, it's like they need to talk about it, because it is the continuation of the game. If they screw it up, they're going to lose people. If they get something good out, you know, more people will come back. But starting off, it's a huge thing right now. Dude, Will Tanks, I'm a real big 50-50 on that, and don't judge me. Oh, never mind. I don't need to mention what I was doing. But, yeah. Dude, next season, I'm seriously hoping for something nice. You know, I want the maps back. The maps that they have right now in the game. You know, putting in 1,500 matches, you know, that's a lot of matches. Thing is, in the course of that 1,500 matches I've put in, it's all been the same maps. Melanovka Winter's been here for what Blade, like 2 months?
At least.
Yeah, we haven't seen the regular version of Melanovka in a while. And if they drop that map and it's not up to what they were talking about, you know, if it's like a little bit of a rework and we get it and then we log in, I don't think anyone's going to be happy at all. You know, it comes back in, a couple more bushes there, a couple more bushes here. And it's like,
Right.
Melanovka Winter, it's a completely different play style on that map. You know, the lakes are frozen. You know, everyone used to go to hill. Now everyone takes to frozen lake. You know,
Yep.
it's a completely different game.
Same thing here. Where's the summer map for this
Oh,
one?
that's because Toto's not talking. Toto's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I muted myself. What? Wait, what? I'm not even watching your stream, so I don't know what's going on.
Now Yuki was saying that he can only hear Blade, not you.
I'm eating sucker.
muted
I hope
'cause
that
I
ain't
was
coming through too
speaking
loud.
to a roommate. Yeah, we hear you sucking on that.
You know,
Where you guys going?
one of the biggest things about console, you run into these players that, you know, the only thing they
You
care
going
about is
far
their
right or
stats.
bridge?
And I don't see the reason why you should only care about your stats inside this game. That's just not,
I
you
think I'm
know.
going bridge.
I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna sit right here and watch every person cross this
Center
terrain
point.
right here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I could go far
I'll go
right.
get a shot ready then. You know, double barrel tanks, armor reworks, better matchmaking. Honestly, better matchmaking in general. Maybe some artillery reworks. Artillery really needs a couple of reworks. I'm not saying like nerf them beyond existence, but they need a debuff. They really do. You know.
Okay. Is there
I think it's
anything behind me?
ridiculous.
Really?
Oh, the 257? Yeah.
Yeah. Freak you. The only reason I got smacked was because of the 257. The only reason I got smacked was because of him.
Alrighty, back on subject. But artillery, Toto, Blade, is it wrong whenever a 261 Russian artillery can hit you 3 times in a row with AP rounds?
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, but is it wrong?
It's, of course, it's wrong.
know.
Wait, okay, first off, was that T-30 full health?
I believe he was. Last time I saw him, yes.
Well, I mean, it is a nuke, so...
Yeah. And see, right there,
Looks clear.
you know, one-shotting a T-30. Or like the splash damage, getting splashed for, let's say, like 800. 2 crew members died. And keep in mind, the shot lands like,
You're
let's
getting,
say,
oh no, that's a T95.
right there to me. You know? It's ridiculous how much splash damage artillery has. They should lower the percentage base.
We don't have enough.
Take
on
away
our,
the RNG effect and then add a set number and percentage. I pulled out a little bit too far against that 268. Probably gonna do the same thing again here in a second too.
Yeah, Blade.
You know,
might
foliage
need
and
you
maps.
over here on that left side.
Our artillery's nowhere near at a good place. You know, take the Batchat 58 for instance. You know, there's times that I've watched that auto-loading artillery
Well, this ain't helping.
clip out 3 tanks with a single shell, all full health.
Has he got
No.
the big gun, Blade?
A couple of those I'd like to get recorded.
Well, he hit me. No, I don't think he does.
Alright, machine. The 257 is very aggressive. You know, you're saying artillery's at a good place because you play it. You know, wait until you get a god crew inside of it, and I mean, we're talking like 15 plus perks. You know, by that point, the accuracy is through the roof with that smooth ride, snapshot, you know, then you run your aiming time, gun rammer, and whatever else you need to use to boost all your aiming
Oh,
time.
that's some bullshit.
Oh, dude, Koza, the best way to put this was the other day on a live stream. I believe Yuki was watching it. I got hit by a Batchat autoloader with 1 shell, and he took off 900 hit points. Keep in mind, he's got 3 more. And then the 261 with the gun dispersions that it has, you know, double a heavy tank, and then go long range. I mean, sure,
you.
the range is going to play against it, but at the same time, its gun dispersion is still under 1.
Alright, I forget. That's a T95. What am I doing?
I have no clue what you're doing.
I hate when I get taken out by a freaking little light 1 tank.
Oh, just a single?
Just a light tank. Came in and just ran circles around me.
But no, like, I think, you know, some of the biggest problems is the accuracy with AP rounds with artillery. That should be addressed. And maybe giving us a couple extra seconds on the in-game screen rather than that instant game over, because that would have been a tie. That would have been a really cool tie. Like, 5 seconds, that's all we need. Yeah, you know, for base caps, I think if they were to add some time, you know, like after a base caps, rather than an ending, straight up ending, give it like 5 seconds. You know?
3.
Yeah, so
'Cause
no, I
remember
think
it
5
was
would be
at 5.
comfortable. Well, no, they did that because you would shoot somebody, and then the game would be over instantly. You know, like I understand if you kill somebody, game over instantly. That's understandable. But with capturing the base, there should be a delay time. That way you can tie.
They don't want ties.
The one, I hope they bring the tie system back without. Oh, let's see here. One team has 3 mice. The other team has 0 mice. Who gets the more damage in the match? Oh,
Yeah,
the
that's
team that has
9,000 hit points overall.
that
That's more
doesn't have the
destruction.
3 mice.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that is a stupid thing.
A couple of matches, you know, I took out my calculator and I did the math. I did find a match that I ended up in that we had, let's say, there was two mouses, okay. 2 Death Stars, a couple other. Then our team had, you know, OE5s, OE4s. But then the hit point difference there, you know, I did the math, and the enemy team had 38,000, and our team only had 32,000 in overall hit points. And it's like, even if it came down to a 1v1, it wouldn't matter what side had more health at the very end of the match. It's whoever killed the mouse. You know, all the mouses on that team. Because that's 6,000 hit points. You know, the 38 to the 32, those 2 mouses were that additional 6,000 hit points. You know, then dropping it down to the last little bit, it's like the other team, you know, they caused the most destruction, so they're going to win since those two mouse are dead. You know, but then again, you also can say that it was your fault for taking out those tanks and going into that match. You know, knowing that you're going to be jumping up that hit
You
point
smoking a
pool.
cigarette or something, Blade?
No, he quit
No, I
smoking. Yeah, he quit
I
smoking.
quit smoking.
Yeah, he's happy that he
Actually,
quit
I was-
smoking. But
I'm self-medicating.
self-medicating.
How's that?
Great. Like how off subject you guys are. You guys are awesome. But
Oh, look, it's this map.
I
again.
think that at the top of the screen, you know, where we see the tanks, what's in the match, they should include off to the side like another bar with hit points in it. You know, giving you an idea what's on the enemy team, what's on your team. Plus, that would also make it to where you have a brain fart. I'm reading a comment. AMX 1210, God, thank you. Seriously. But yeah, you know, you got me completely off track, you know.
What are you doing?
I'm having a brain fart. This looks like a really good match. But at the very top of the screen, you know, we have a lot of space there, as you can see. You know, we have our connection bar on the left side, time in the middle, and I think if they were to just add hit point pools on the left and the right side of that, that would help us know if our team has caused the most destruction, or if whatever's going on. And then again, that's for like team destruction matches or ending up in a 1v1, knowing that you can actually run away rather than looking at the board and taking a guess.
Look at that. Light tank goes up there and just gets.
Yeah, he just got slaughtered. In counter battles in this map, I hate peeking that, but I'm gonna peek it.
I can't wait
Bowler
for this
Rafan.
Belair. I
Wow,
can't wait for
really?
him to
And
peak.
another thing that we can throw out there too, you know, come to a stop. Take a look here. Look at the matchmaking. Look at how many 9s are on the enemy team. Look at how many 9s are on our team. The differences in 10s as well. You know, at the very start of the match, we had an equal amount of
I've
10s,
been
but they've
seeing
got a
this
lot
a
more
lot
9s.
more.
Yeah, it's been happening a lot.
That Bellerophon is not happy.
Enemy knows our location.
Roger Dodger.
No good. Get back.
Bounce off.
Forbid pants.
Oh, and also, you know, rather than including tanks inside like the that premium bar, whatever, you know, pay for the extra 25 levels and also get a tank out of that.
Focus attention here.
I don't like that too much.
Right over
You know, it's the only way to get the TS5, and I don't think they ever released it in the store. You know, if they did, I don't know if they did or not. They might have during the time. You know,
Screw
there's
this, I'm
only
pushing.
3 days left in the season.
Just dinged.
Man, I'm bouncing everything.
Feels good, don't it?
Feels awesome. No, I think I might start loading premium. Oh, E3 and the E100 are.
Go through. Focus on this area.
Now,
Just saying. So far, I've shot nothing but standard shells.
it's like you guys know your audio is included too, right?
Yeah.
What's some things that you guys would like to see in the next update, for real? Other than artillery, reworks and some perks. Nothing. Toto, I know that there's a lot of stuff you complain about.
Yeah, every single time I get shot.
Yeah, that is true.
What I think is funny is, you know, I'd be shooting at the weak points and then everything, and somebody will be in the same tank I am in the next match, and I'll be in the tank that shot pinned through me, and it's like, why am I not shooting? Why am I shooting the same spots, not pinning, and they're pinning?
Oh yeah,
Same
especially
spots on
since
me.
you have like 310 pin, you know, inside your Death Star.
It's like, what? No, I mean just in general, like, okay,
Oh, dude, you want to
So-
know one tank I would love to see get slapped around a little bit?
but
The T11 OE4. Okay, the OE3, you know, leave the penetration the way it is, but the OE4 with that rotating turret and the 375 APCR, that's way too much penetration on a half rotating turret. You know, last night I had 2 matches in my OE4 that I did over 8,000 damage.
yeah.
And in my opinion, that's just ridiculous. That tank almost feels like it puts the game on easy mode.
Oh, come on.
OE3 is
Really?
going to be coming after me.
Yeah, I ricocheted off of his front plate. And I just got shot in the back for my ammo rack.
Oh, that's some
Yeah,
bullshit
you hit the
there.
same spot I hit. 2, 1.
Lobbing out lots of high explosives.
I was just.
Yeah,
about to
I
shoot him,
am
and
rushing
then
my
I
shots a
decided
little
not
bit.
to.
I won't deny that. But it's like the gun dispersion that this tank has. You can actually really get
Light
these
tank
shots to
behind this
fly out.
blade. Light tank.
Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that.
No. But look, right here, this would be a great example.
What?
This map.
Oh wait, that's right. I forgot. They have
Well, not the map, but
nines
the
and we
matchmaking.
didn't.
Yeah,
That's
the
why.
amount of 9s that they had compared to us, you know, the penetration differences there. Yeah,
I was about to
huge
say,
difference.
What the heck happened to our team? But then
Yeah,
I
no,
realized over
it
half
was
of our team
it was majority 8s, you know, on our side, and then they had a majority tier 9s. You know, I don't think that platoon matchmaking balances the game at all.
especially when
No.
they platoon matchmake a tier 10 platoon versus
Against
a
tier 8 platoon, yeah. You know,
And it
I don't know how that
some
is.
of the shittiest tier 8s. No offense to the tier 8s.
Well, another
But no,
thing.
it'll be like a E100
Well, a lot of times
versus
it's us.
Oh yeah, well we'll pull
a
out our
bunch of
8s and end up
one-shot.
in against 10s.
Oh.
Like Blade, the other day we had a
CDC
match.
platoon.
Toto, hold on a
A
second.
CDC platoon.
Yeah, well, hold on a second. Toto, I think you were in on this too. The other day we had a match where we jumped inside and we were inside of our tier 8s. Our team had 1 tier 10. The enemy team had a platoon of 3 plus 1 tier 10.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so in return, because of platoon matchmaking, we got slapped with a platoon of 10s. And they were the only platoon on the enemy team, you know. And platoon matchmaking, if they really want to make it work, it needs to be per tier. Not platoon tier 8s against tier 10s.
Tier for tier.
Yeah. And we've also had other matches where we pull out our 8s, you know, and all of a sudden we're up against multiple platoons of tier 9s. And we're the only tier 8s on our team.
Yep.
You know, and there's no tier 8s on the enemy team. Maybe one, and it's a light tank. The bat chat's on the list to grind out, but I haven't gone for it yet. I'm waiting for a lot of updates to come in. Another thing that they've been talking about for who has all that background noise? Mute your headset for a second.
That's not me.
Yeah, Toto.
That was because I was checking on the girls. Sorry.
Well, that was loud. That was loud for me.
Just shows how
You know?
good my headset is.
No, it shows how crappy it is. Picked up all the background noise. But yeah, platoon matchmaking, you know, they introduced it into the game
look.
without even super testing it.
3 artillery.
Yeah,
And a
but we
platoon.
also have 3 artilleries.
Oh. Okay. No.
And we have 2 in a platoon.
No.
This is a great way to look at the matchmaking here for platoon matchmaking. So right here, the tier 10
Excuse me,
2
people.
arties that are platooned in our team, group 3, compared to group 2. Group 2 is in tier 8s. And because of platoon matchmaking, it forced them in here. Because they're the other group of 2.
Well, oh, yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah, the other group of 2 was in tier 8s. So they linked in with the 10s because that's a group of 2.
Because they're artillery. Like, oh, it's a scout tank and a light tank. They're fast-moving targets, so it'll be okay to put them in with a platoon of tier 10
Oh no,
artillery.
that's not even a defining factor. It's literally just
I
platoons.
can't believe I got that shot.
That was a
I
nice shot. And look at that,
Ooh,
artillery's
and
already aiming at me.
missed.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was meant for me.
that went through my screen. I don't know, probably one or the other. You know,
I'm just glad it hit water.
it might have been an AP round. I mean, I just watched our artillery launch an AP round over here. Bad chat 55-58.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Who the heck hit me for right there?
Ooh, backing off. Nah, but platoon
Yeah,
matchmaking.
I can't do
Are they
anything right
all
now.
over there?
All right, can I go?
Platoon matchmaking.
Was never super tested at all. They just threw it into the game. And that's all it was. You know, like, yeah, platoon matchmaking, they thought it would help balance out the game. Instead, it makes teams one-sided. You know, doing a group of 5 versus a group of 5. For instance, a group of tier 8s and a group of 5. And 90% of the time, you have more groups in 10 of 5 than you do in 8s.
Freaking kidding me?
Alright, so lots of heavies on this hill. Who's behind me? KV4? Alright, if you want to go up, go up.
Come on. Why did the show go low? And I bet you Artie's looking at me.
Gotta get Lance. You know, it's like, guys posting out in the comments, what's your opinions on the way that the game's been put together as of recent, over the past couple of months?
Goodbye.
And look at that, pulling out an immediate snapshot straight into the hatch.
GWE 100, smacked me, burned me to death.
Oh yeah, Artie
Hate it.
platoon's always fun, you know. And that's another thing. I don't know why you allow artillery to platoon up like that. Because now it's a one-sided match if they have communication. Which, don't get me wrong, there's other times that, no, it doesn't really work out well. But most of the time, it's like, if one hits you and they're in a platoon, you're expecting 2 more shots.
At least.
Yeah.
Because they have a bat chat. Oh, and then I love it whenever, you know, I'm playing and there's a bat chat on the enemy team, and he's over here hitting our entire team for 1,000 plus, 800 plus, and then I pull mine out, and I'm using the same rounds as him.
You know,
And I don't get
premium high
shit.
explosives, which makes no sense that they had those in the game.
the most I do is maybe 1 out of 3 clips manages to deal over 1,000 damage, and I'm aiming just the way they are too. So it's like, seriously?
Yeah, and you've had your bat chat already for a long time, but I mean, there's some people that just primary it and never get out of it. Oh yeah, dude, they put the cap on artillery, you know, to 3 a match. Honestly, 3 a match in lower tiers is decent, but in higher tiers, 3 a match is a lot. You know, that's a lot of artillery. Especially whenever they're hitting you for 1,000 a pop. That's 3,000 damage every single... I mean, that's only if they don't penetrate, too. You know, I've watched IS-7s get completely shredded by artillery. And Blade here, yeah, he knows about that firsthand.
Yep.
You know, all of your hit points down to, like, a minuscule amount.
Speaking of Blade,
That
how's
leopard-
the push from the other side?
Looks like it's going pretty well, you know. This match, we were lucky because, that you know, everyone was positioned in spots that it's a lot
I'm
harder to
hoping
hit
that
them.
leopard doesn't kill me.
No, but that light tank might decide to run up on you and... Nope. Ooh!
You know, and for ranked gameplay and for how much they're buffing, let's say, like, tier 10s, each time they buff a tier 10, tier 8s suffer. You know,
Oh, you sons of bitch.
like Blade, you probably noticed that. Each time they buff a 10, tier 8s suffer, and they suffer a lot.
Yep. I think for where I went and what I did, the 3 artillery. I should have got more spotting or assisted damage, I think.
Oh, look, Sundown's here. Sorry about last night, man. Internet decided to just completely shut down on me. And then I remembered that, you know, I used to work graveyard, so all of my update times are usually right before I go to work. So it got slapped. But yeah, Sundown, artilleries, you know, +1, -1 as like an event helps, but if it was a permanent factor to the game, I don't think +1, -1 would be beneficial. You know,
Why
but
not?
as like an every 2-week event, it would be good. Well, you got to think, you know, if we had +1, -1 permanently in the game, tier 6, 7, 8, it would be the same thing over and over and over. You know, but with the variety that we have with the matchmaking that goes on now, there's a lot that goes on. You know, playing tier 8s and ending up against tier 10s, it requires you to play a lot different. And as I said, each time they buff 10s and they leave tier 8s alone, tier 8s suffer. You know. And then they only give some tier 8s only so much premium pin. And that's also
Tier
because
8s
they...
suffer against tier 9s.
Not as much, though. Like, not as much. Tier 9s, they don't have that buffed up fire rate. For instance, let's compare, like, the M103 to the OE5. You know, M103, that 9-second reload rather than that 7.9. You know, that whole second really does make a difference. And premium pin, you know, you jump inside of tier 10s, and then the only thing that you see flying out of some tanks, for instance... people who are playing with super conks, the only thing you see flying out them is pure red shells. You know, APCR premium round out of the super conk. You know, and ever since they debuffed the FE4005 and the Death Star, so the 183, you know, in my opinion, that wasn't really much of a debuff because they gave them 8 extra shells. So
Right.
the trade-off was pretty nice. You know, they decreased the Hesh damage. They also decreased the Hesh penetration. I don't know why they decreased the damage, but the penetration was nice. But to slap the damage too, it almost feels useless to load a Hesh round because its base damage is a high roll of an AP round now.
Get this. Oh my God.
So running around with the Death Star getting a high roll with AP, it's more beneficial to run with AP rounds because that's the guaranteed damage rather than hitting the tracks with, let's say, like a Hesh round for 400. You know, you'd rather shoot the tracks for 1,000 with AP.
Even though if you do that to a freaking light tank, it's like,
Oh yeah, you shoot a light tank and
my light tank tracks ate your shell.
oh yeah, completely absorbed it. You know, but
Every
at
single
times,
time.
you know, you got to think on how far tracks stick out compared to the actual tank. But that doesn't stop rounds from overmatching. But Hesh rounds, hitting a light tank, you know, I don't know if it should do
Oh,
more
wow.
damage or not.
Go figure. My
Even though
shell
most light
missed.
tanks only have like 30 millimeters of side armor or 50 millimeters of side armor.
Thanks, Scorpion G. You my new G.
Oh, I don't get a sneeze, so I guess I'm not allergic to Scorpion G's anymore. You know, but next season, number one thing I'd love to see, consumables. Reworks and consumables. You know, adding that timer to click down and for it to work would be awesome. I've heard some people complain about it. And you got to think the reason why they're complaining about it is because they know where to aim on tanks. They like to knock out ammo racks. And they don't want that guy to be able to get his ammo rack back throughout the entire match. But
Here's the thing, though, on that end. If they're the only one shooting the ammo rack, you're gonna reload no matter what tank you have before they're able to reuse.
well, no, like you hit the ammo
thing.
rack, you get knocked out. You know, and in your opinion, you wanted to knock out that ammo rack. But then having regenerating consumables, you know, like at the very start of the match, you know, driving out in the open and then you get shot. Okay, and keep in mind this has happened to me a lot. I'll get hit, and immediately my ammo rack is out for the count for the entire match. You know, all of a sudden I have to use my repair kit. My repair kit's gone. There's suddenly nothing I can do now if I get hit again.
Bro, I know how you feel. It's happened to me just
Within
first
the
shell that
first,
hits
yeah,
me.
within the first
the
30
first
seconds of the
minute
match.
or so.
Yeah, you know, very, very early light
Very
tanks
first
that
shell
run
that
up.
hits you.
Because on Facebook there was a group that was talking about they specifically rush out at the very beginning of the match to try and hit ammo racks or try and hit tracks, get people stuck out in the open just so then that they waste a repair kit, you know. And forcing people to waste repair kits, you know, if we had that regenerating factor, it would take away the people who rush out just to go and try to hit those. Which, keep in mind, there's not a lot that do it. It's a smaller group, but it's the fact that there is a group that does it. You know, the fact that there is a group that goes out specifically just to do that is wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a part of the game, and it's been a part of the game for years. But regenerating consumables would make the game a lot more competitive, and it might force people to slow down. You know, knowing that he's got an extra repair kit in the next 90 seconds or the next 60 seconds, whether they feel like they should make the timer. However, PC and screwing around, what was it, tier 1 to tier 4, taking away equipment slots and some other things, that's not, I don't know. I hope they don't do that in console. But if they did, it would make sense to introduce people slowly. Another thing is, Blade Toto, what's your opinions on the new equipment that they have on PC? Like, would you guys like to see that on console?
New. Oh, like
The turbochargers,
Like the turbo?
the enhanced
pretty cool.
exhaustion, like the enhanced
see-
exhaust for camouflage
Let's see,
rating.
if they're gonna do that, then they got to give us more than 3 slots.
If we had more than 3 slots, there would be no point to do anything else except for play 10s. You know, there's a reason why
They get 5
you only
slots.
No, they don't. They get a bond slot, which is like it costs more credits to use that spot. Sundown, drop food for small repair kit. It's like the second you use the small repair kit and you use your large repair kit, they're out. And suddenly you're also out for the count too, because now your reload's longer, you have less view range, you're going to have to sacrifice equipment slots like vertical stabilizers for coated optics to get the extra view range.
Now that's what I want to see. Huh?
You know, so in the end, running a small repair kit, sacrificing
Hey,
food.
I'll be right back.
In my eyes, I sacrifice a lot by getting rid of food on my tanks. No, because food provides reload, food provides view range, repair time. There's a lot that food provides, and taking it off, I'm going to lose all those bonuses. But what I would do is, if I had only 3 equipment slots, and they had a turbocharger in the game, my 60 TP, I would honestly probably get rid of my vertical stabilizers and throw on a turbocharger. But then it would be a requirement for me to run Snapshot and Smooth Ride as perks to compensate for the vertical stabilizers that I took off. Oh, losing both repair kits? It happens quite a bit, you know. And 2 repair kits, you know, like, you know, sacrifice a med kit, sacrifice some other things to get 105 octane along with the premium consumable, because it also increases your traverse speed. There's a lot that it benefits with food. It's like, you don't run it, throw it on one day, try it out, see how you like it. You know, the extra view range, because it also increases your concealment on tanks as well. So like for a light tank running food, and the other light tank's not running food, that's the difference between you getting spotted and, you know, not getting spotted. And then like the map reworks, compared to PC with the amount of foliage that they have, you know, it's like here on console, we don't have as much foliage as they do have on PC. And now that we don't have 360 holding us down anymore with their processing, computing power, their RAM, you know, now we have a lot more with the upgraded consoles, the Xbox One X, the Series X, the PlayStation 5, the PS4. They can handle a lot more. So, you know, like more foliage, reworks on maps, reworks on concealment. I would like to see ranked gameplay be a lot different than what they have right now. Because 7 versus 7, I don't find that to be a really good ranked gameplay at all. You know, 15 versus 15, bigger maps, city maps, you know, do a full shuffle with just a couple of maps inside of it. That would, in my opinion, ranked gameplay would be more competitive in that aspect. But with ranked gameplay that they have going on now, you always see the same tanks. You know, 7 versus 7, you're going to pull out something tough. You know, for me, whenever I play ranked, I like pulling out my 60 TP, my Leopard 1, my 121 occasionally, or my WZ 111 5A, just because of the reloads that they have and the damage they can dish out, DPM overall in the armor. You know, the 5A, I'm not using that for armor, I'm using that for DPM.
Hey, what tank did I pick? I'm not even in the room.
Patton.
Yeah, M40 Patton.
Oh, okay.
Not even in the room grabbing a tank.
I mean, you didn't even play Russian roulette with the left and right analog stick?
Yeah, come on, Blade. Supposed to play Russian roulette whenever you're not there.
I just pressed A.
I would have laughed if it would have gave you like a tank that you have nothing on it, and you were just stuck at like the equip crew screen.
It could have been bad.
Would have been funny.
What's bad is I'm still not in her.
And we're 20 seconds in the match already.
Almost 30. Come on, Blade. You know, seasonal challenges too.
Oh,
You know, they expect a lot with platoon matchmaking. The seasonal platoons coming out with platoon matchmaking. I think that they should just do 2 different types. One for solo players and then one for platoon matchmaking. Because not everyone runs platoons all day. So like deal 100,000 damage as a platoon. You know, it's like that's only if you have a group to play with. It's either that or you're going to be looking at like group posts looking for a random group to play with.
That Progetto's hurting. Dang, who else smacked him?
I've been hitting the Progetto.
Well, it ain't gonna matter now because he ain't no more.
You see, shooting heat all day, if you got the money to do it, be my guest. You know, but if you fire off heat all
I just
day
seen
and then
a
you get a
gold
3
round
mark,
come from
it's like,
artillery.
you know, don't go out around bragging about it. Just tell them, you know, you fired heat to get that 3 mark. Me, I'm trying to get 3 marks using AP rounds and not loading a lot of heat. You know, that's where I want to get my unicum from, is learning how to use the penetration that I'm giving and not loading in, you know, an entire clip of heat. Which some tanks with their standard pin, you know, for instance, the Object 260 with that 265, of course, you know, you don't really need to load heat inside those tanks. Heat just feels like overkill inside those. But against like a Mouse, against like a Type 4, yeah, you know, load the heat. Get them out of the way. But full loadouts of heat, I don't know, I can't do it. It just feels wrong to do it. Because by that point, the only thing you really need to do is just rush in and shoot. Toto, you got that 50 TP?
Yeah. Oh, that's a Yaguru.
Pull before hit the drive wheel with the 50 TP. Should be able to take him down. Full loadouts on heat, though, I don't know. I just don't really agree with it too much.
Oh, sorry.
It'd be nice if you weren't pushing me, Toto.
Ah, tried.
Yeah, but you made me take 1,000 damage. Oh yeah, plus, you know, not shooting heat, saving your money. You know, being able to buy more tanks inside the game. There's some guys out there that have, you know, 40, 50 million, and then the only thing that they shoot out of their tier 8s, tier 9s, tier 10s, 7s, everything is heat rounds. You know, they'll go out and get a brand new tank, and with a stock gun, load nothing but heat. You know, I'm not saying, you know, put a limitation on the amount of heat rounds that you're allowed to load, but try and, you know, be more conservative with it. Because you got to think, if you got guys inside lobbies that are loading nothing but heat rounds, it takes away the fun from the game.
This is all I'm going to say about this. When you had to pay gold for premium rounds, there was a lot less premium rounds in the game, and it was a lot more fun.
Yeah,
When they started
seven
making it where
rounds.
you could
Well,
buy,
7 gold for a single round. Yeah, I did not.
Yeah.
You know, I only loaded so many premium rounds.
people were not going to, spend actual money to buy, you know,
Gold
to go
rounds.
kill
Like
people.
back in the
Yeah, to
day,
buy a
you know,
gold
every
round.
once in a while, I would put 42 rounds in my OE5, and then I would pay one time for those 42 rounds, and then I would load in the amount of gold rounds that I want to have every single match. You know, and what I was doing with that is that I had a stockpile now of gold rounds. That whenever I use my gold rounds, I'm not paying gold after every single match. You know, I had 42 in reserve to use.
Right. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry, I was lollygagging.
Anyway, Sundown, I hope the gameplay's matching what you want to see today.
Hey, did you what do you think about that Hello Kitty mouse?
You know, that is a mouse from hell. Hello Kitty was not made by any person. That was made by the devil. Okay? At least that's what my sister says. Hello Kitty is the devil. So, yeah, you know, that mouse is a demonic. A Hello Kitty mouse is demonic. Like, you cannot change my mind on any of that. It is demonic. Okay? That thing's gonna turn a corner and scream at you. And then shoot you. Okay?
It's gonna be so demonic that it's just my eyes, I can't see anything.
It's so pink and bright that it is the devil, okay? Evil, pure evil. Then again, you know, next season, you know, we had WWE, we had this most recent one being Hot Wheels, you know. And speaking of which, WWE Andre the Giant, that's kind of like introducing a way to pay to win.
Ooh. Look at this matchmaking.
I don't even want to look. It's not bad. But we got one more tier 9. But they also
Should
got one more
I-
tier 10.
I'm gonna see what I can hit on the right side.
I'm going to be slapping up left.
Yeah, you guys slap that left. I'll yeah. I don't know.
At the
Dang it.
moment, no. I just barely finished grinding out the 263. I had 100,000 worth of free experience, so I didn't have to put too many matches in my 263. Well, in my tier 9, 122.54. Ran a couple 5 times experience boosters and got it ripped out real quick within under, like, I think it was 15 matches.
No! Why does my shell always decide to go low? And look at that. If I'd have just held my shell, I could have had a shot on that pattern.
That's how it goes, too, you know. You know, but the perk reworks, I really wonder what they're going to do for the perk reworks. You know,
Oh, you
because
are
there's
so
only
lucky.
so many things that they can do.
Oh,
and if
God.
they introduce new perks, there's already a lot of perks in the game. Introducing more perks would just be a pain. Then again, we haven't seen a real big perk rework, you know, since they
I'm
released it.
reloading.
So maybe a perk rework would be alright. You know, there is a line that I'm grinding. I'm trying to get my Russian mediums, but that requires me to jump all the way down to tier 6, and I just haven't taken the time out to do it yet.
Light tanks galore.
Oh yeah, honestly, what they did for Arctic Region with all the spawn swappings that they did, now there's multiple types of this map being
What the
out.
heck?
I really like it, you know. Same thing about Properovka. Properovka would be pretty cool to see some different spawns too. It'd also be nice to see a couple of teammates pushing up with me rather than just me, myself, and I.
Well, I went back to kind of look over the base here. But I'm turning.
And then, for instance, this guy, I like this guy. He's firing standard rounds out of his supercon. He's not sitting here loading full clips of premium, so I might actually send him a message saying, you know, congrats, you know, thanks for not lobbing premium all day. And who's that, Toto?
What?
Ah, Blade, what up?
What? Oh.
Blade, I'm gonna push in. Cheer you to on left whenever you're loaded.
Tracked. I'm still reloading.
Being stuck on a corpse is nice and fun. You know, and with standard rounds, it's all about knowledge of the armor. You know, knowing your tank, where to angle, and everything else. Yeah, that 432, isn't that the tier 9 that leads to like 3 different tanks? I think you gotta put like 200 plus matches inside that tank if you're free to play, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous having
200
that many tier 10s off of a single tier 9.
7,000 just for the just for one of them.
Yeah, and for like an average Joe that's not using a premium account, he's probably gonna have to put like 200 matches in to get that, or like 190, if he's lucky to average 1,000 experience match.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good shot across the map for me.
Not as good of a shot as I had at that one time. I couldn't see the fucker.
Yeah. So, you know, the map reworks, whenever they bring back, let's say, Melanovka, Pearl River, a couple of the others,
Come on.
I'm excited for those
reloading.
maps to be coming back.
Oh, he's full health Patton too, isn't he?
Not anymore.
He was.
You thought you was.
You know, loading premium all day inside tanks, it takes away the fun. It takes away the competitive aspect to the game. You know, so be humble about it. Don't load 9,000 premium rounds and not have a single standard. Because also loading nothing but premium takes away some overmatching as well. So the 60 TP, for instance, can overmatch 50 millimeters of armor, but if you're loading heat, you're not going to overmatch any of that 50 millimeters. You're just going to slap and lose it all. You know, lose all the pin, lose the overmatching. Now you got to aim somewhere else. Which then again, loading heat rounds, you're going to rip through stuff with that 317 pin. The British heavies and the grinding out the British heavies, you know, the Conqueror, yeah, that wasn't that fun. You know, in my opinion, the FV, the alter variation,
FV215B.
yeah, I'm actually going to show this off real fast. So whenever you take a look at, let's say, the Super Conk, well, actually, the Conqueror should have the same armor model on the turret no matter what. So you have that 114 millimeter weak spot right in the front. Nice big fat weak spot, you know. And then you jump inside a tier 10 alteration of the tank, and it's just a Conqueror turret put on the back. But the weak spots jumped up to 152 millimeters. Then we take a look at the Super Conk. The Super Conk basically gets a dome with this tiny little slit of 114, and then an auto ricochet is 69. So Super Conk's got a really good loadout compared to that FV. The FV, I feel like
Back in
This
the
one.
day,
That's-
it was
it was really good back in the day,
Loved it.
but the amount that it gets set on fire, that's the whole reason why I never grinded it out. Like, don't get me wrong, it's got a really good reload, really good DPM, but with the front mount, like the back mounted turret compared to like the middle mounted or the front mounted turrets, it's with the maps that are in rotation right now, if you are playing that tank, the only time it does really good is like city maps or light terrain maps. But yeah, Sundown, getting gold spammed all day. You know, it's just people who the only thing they care about is Super Unicum and everything else. Which, in my opinion, if you get Super Unicum by firing nothing but premium, and then you try talking crap to me, I just laugh, because if I loaded premium all day, I would have had my Super Unicum status years ago. Because you don't need to learn a whole lot when you're firing nothing but heat, nothing but APCR, faster traveling rounds, higher penetration. You know, it takes a lot more to learn the game firing standard rounds than it does firing heat rounds all day. Which, don't get me wrong, there's some players out there that have got 40,000 plus battles and the only thing they shoot now is premium. But it's like, by the time you hit that point, you should know the armor models of all the tanks in the game without a problem. You know, it should be secondhand by that point. You know, why are you loading premium all day? Unless you're just trying to be an absolute toxic player. Which, you know, I'm not saying that they're all toxic. You know, some of them can be really cool guys. But loading
Hey,
heat all
look,
day...
it's an OE4 platoon.
Oh yeah, OE4s. Disgusting tanks. Rotating, well, 180 degree rotating turret with that 375 APCR pin. Just crazy. You know, I think that this should swap out that APCR for heat rounds and then, you know, just slow them down a little bit. In my opinion, that would balance that tank out a lot. Plus, firing heat, they travel slower. So, you know, you got to lead shots a lot more. You can't really take the pop shots that you're used to taking with APCR.
Oh, what's 261? I'm getting to cover.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get hit by an AP round.
Already shot.
Yeah, you know,
missed.
that's another thing that I really like about what I'm doing on my channel. You know, I want to be able to get more content out. It just whenever I'm recording and I'm going over stuff, I run out of things to say. I don't know what to say. So then I start monologuing. Yeah, you know, but as time goes on, I'll get better at it. But explaining mechanics of the game, you know, I go in detail on mechanics on games, and I've been doing it for years on multiple games, going into mechanics and just learning them and using them to my advantage. You know, playing MMOs, swapping over to a game like this, but World of Tanks is where I started off at on getting into extremely competitive games, other than, let's say, like Modern Warfare 3, Gears of War 3, all of the, you know, all the really fun ones. And right there, getting overmatched by APCR on the side armor by an OE4. You know, they readjust. So my biggest problem with OE4s. APCR rounds readjust by 2 degrees on impact. And then the OE4 APCR has 375 pin. So when it readjusts by that 2 degrees, that's, you know, that's almost a guaranteed penetration. Basically, a shoot anywhere setup. And then the OE3, it's understandable that it has APCR because it's a front-mounted turret. You know, the fact that you don't, you know, it's a lock turret. It's a hull lock tank. I have a question. Toto, do you see that 50 TP? The top blow off?
Wait, did it? What?
I don't know if I blew the top off on that 50 TP or not. I wanted to. And another thing, Sundown, that you made me jealous about. I wish I had 150 million silver. I really do. I'm jelly. Oh, and tier 10s, you know, the amount of silver you go through playing 10s, it's just ridiculous. I mean, you can even be running standard repair kits and standard med kits, but, you know, that compared to PC, standard repair kits and standard med kits, you know, the second you let go of X, or if you just barely tap X or you tap Y, it'll repair, like, the most critical component at the moment in the fight, which 90% of the time is your tracks. So yeah, I like to run large repair kits because I don't have to select what I'm trying to go for in the middle of a fight. Just tap it and go. Because I also tried running, you know, small repair kits and small med kits with a mouse and keyboard setup. And I'll tell you now, I was at such a disadvantage because I couldn't even use it. You have to manually come over and use your arrow keys in order to select it, which requires you to take a lot of attention away.
God, really?
Here I am
I
rushing
did
the
not do that on
base,
purpose.
completely forgetting about the Maushan, am I right? Don't judge
Good
me.
job,
Mistakes are
Blade.
made. It's like, if you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. I'll try my best to reply to them. You know, there's a lot of things that need to be reworked on console, and whenever they drop down and they rework a lot of the perks coming on December 8th, because it's gonna be a big update. You know, I'm expecting like a 20 gigabyte update coming this upcoming Tuesday. Koza, that's a horrible question. I will not reply to that one. But however, Sundown's got the right idea. Don't load any premium inside your tier 8 premiums and just go nuts making credits. And another thing is they're taking away crew training. You know, they're taking away these boosters for the experience boosters on your crews. So that makes me wonder, are they going to be coming on the 8th reworking our crews entirely? Are they going to be adding in individual
Like a whole PC setup thing?
yeah, like with individual crew members? So, you know, just in case
What are they going to give us to replace the crew boosters?
nothing. They're just completely removing them from the game.
Well, some people paid money for them things.
Yeah. And they got a lot of experience on their crews at the time too.
Well, I'm just saying that if they still have some and they paid money for them, they can't just.
Oh,
Get rid of
they'll
them.
refund them silver. You know, they'll refund them silver, not gold, because it's wargaming. or they'll make it to where you just can't get them anymore and you still have them, you know. Because if you look
Or they'll
inside the
make 'em
store,
where there's something else.
yeah, you look inside the store and you can't buy them anymore. They're gone. They're completely out of the game. You know, but if you open up war chests, you can still get them.
Have you gotten your crew to 100% trained yet?
Oh, and this tank? No, not yet. 8.89
Has
second reload, though. But the 550 alpha in this tank. I'm starting to really like this 263. It's got really good top speed. I haven't checked the power to weight ratio. I do know that on PC they did drop this tank down to a tier 9. Now, there's one tank that I'm excited to see, and that's got to be the
Why?
Object 277-2.
Why are those people constantly going to that spot?
What, right here? Spot out, everybody.
No, A1. Your
Oh,
light
A1 all the way
tanks
in the back?
do your job, first off. Secondly, I know that it's a sniping position.
Yeah, I'd
But
probably be better off
seriously.
over there.
Releasing target.
Oh, artillery just killed my gunner.
Enemies looking right at us.
Jesus, I just got...
Alright,
Just
I'm in a
super
really
artillery.
aggressive position. I might need some backup here in a sec.
Loaded and ready. Enemies got us in their sights.
Yeah, like they're just completely removing them from the game. Crew boosters, they've mentioned that, you know, they're getting rid of them. For whatever reason, they're dropping them. And on the forums, they still haven't given a really good reason on why they're going to be dropping them.
Track is good to go. Focus on this location.
Can you smack that,
I'm probably going to die, but
Borsig? Ooh, there's something back behind all that.
I need, you know, swapping in the tank destroyers. I'm so used to running heavies, mediums, and light tanks that jumping back in the front facing tank destroyers, I struggle with it.
What the heck? Really?
Hit the OE4.
Really?
And I'm out. They're just the experience boosters. From what I read, they're just gonna completely drop them from the game in their entirety. So, like, you know, if you have some, use them, and that's what they were saying because they're not gonna be there. Hit the back engine blade. Back engine.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Silver boosters and experience boosters, from what I know, they're not going to touch those. But the crew training bonuses, they're going to be dropping them completely. I don't know what they're going to replace them with because a lot of people like using the crew training bonuses to get up multiple crews.
Yeah. Not
You know.
much of this fucking man.
Oh yeah, gotta go nuts. And Blade, we're back in garage, by the way.
I'm working on it.
They did give a heads up, but the thing is that they don't ever post it on their website. So if you go to their website and you go to like the news, which is where they should be mentioning this to everybody, and you scroll down through it and you read through all the posts, there is not a single one that's there. But because they said it on their live streams on Twitch, they're doing it. So only a small portion of the community actually know about what's going on. Oh yeah, Kozen, you only got a few days to use them. I've been chomping mine away now for like a month and a half since I first heard about it. But you know, I still have 44 times 4 crew boosters that I got to go through. So you know what? I'm just going to turn those on now. And just start mowing through them. Because my 60 TP, I want to get that 10th perk. And then my OE5, I don't see a point in grinding out my OE5 to get the extra, you know, 19th perk. But putting in like one of my smaller crews inside, let's say my M48 Patton, for instance, it's only got 5 perks. I'd be okay grinding that out. Oh, hey, Blade, look, your favorite map.
Oh, God.
Like the third time that we've gotten this map, too.
Yeah, you know,
Today.
the rotation and the pool, it's so small right now. There's not a lot of maps in the rotation.
Oh, but yet we'll hardly ever see Prokhorovka.
Yeah, somehow we don't see Prokhorovka a
all
whole
the
lot.
time, but we'll never see but Prokhorovka maybe twice out of a 5-hour day.
Look, no 8s.
But yeah, you know, the crew boosters, it was a small post on the forums that they said that they're going to be removing them. And then they talked about it in a live stream, you know, but on the actual website, they never mentioned it. So, you know, it's like, I'm always on the forums. I'm always looking at new content every single day. I scroll down until I find the last post that was up just to, you know, see what's going on. And most of the time, the only thing I see people complaining about is that they need the buff to VK4502B, the tier 9. Toto, does that tank need a buff?
No, not really.
Yeah.
They debuffed it so many times, but that is still one
Yeah, like
of my favorite tier 9.
Yeah, one of your favorite tier 9s, and it's a solid tank. You know, and on the
And
forums.
I can still play, I can still ricochet. The other day I had too many people try and shoot me, and I was ricocheting every last bit of it because I was last man.
Yeah, you know, and then they're saying that they need to buff it. It needs better armor. You know, and I laughed. I laughed whenever I read that.
The only reason that they would say that is because they keep getting like you said, everybody just keeps on spamming
Premium
gold
rounds. Yeah,
That's it.
everyone's
That's the only
spamming
reason why
premium.
they're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about it.
that's the whole reason
The
why
only
all
reason.
tanks they're talking about need buffs. You know, it's really hard to rework tanks with high win rates. You know, like you look at, let's say, for instance, the AMX-30B. They buffed the gun, then they debuffed it. You know, as of the most recently, and look at that, Blade's getting slapped around by a really fun artillery right now. Batch out 58.
I am so mad.
How much health you got left after the 3 rounds that you just got slapped with?
Well, I mean, artillery hit me and killed my gunner and ammo racked me. So I fixed my ammo rack, got my gunner back up, only to be hit and ammo racked again. Oh, and artillery hit me again and killed my gunner again.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
God.
that's why regenerating consumables is needed in this game. And artillery, you know, it's wrong whenever they don't even directly hit you and kill 3 or 2 crew members. Oh yeah,
Oh,
49B.
That's right,
Of course,
man.
now I got a
45B is a
30-second
solid
reload.
tank. Super solid tank. I don't see why they're talking about, you know, it needs buffs. And how much health was that, Blade? Not even a direct hit. 300?
Yep.
You know, and then on PC, direct hits are like 300, 400 damage. Watching artillery fire.
Yeah, and that's all I seem to be able to do. I can't get no more than that. I'll be lucky.
I
if
pull out
1
my
out of 10
artillery,
shells hit
and
1,000.
I never got I don't think out of the 50 matches I put inside my T92 that I had a one-shot, one kill.
Well, I know that in my artillery that I had, I hit 5 shots and penetrated 5 shots and only did 1,000 damage, and I'm supposed to do 1,000 per shell.
Well, that's
So I
only
don't
if you
know.
penetrate, though. That you got to remember
But they
about
did
the
penetrate.
angles.
It said it penetrated.
Well, it'll say that in the stats if you directly hit. You know, whenever you look at your statistics after the match, it'll say penetrations because you hit them directly. High explosives on contact to a tank will always count as a penetration. But it doesn't mean that you penetrated the armor, it just means that you hit them directly. I might be making a mistake against that waffle. I don't know if he's loaded. I don't think he is. Oh yeah, he's loaded now.
Machine's reloading.
Nice to know. I'm just going to pull up behind him. But,
There's a
you know,
Fangula.
I don't think
and
premium is
something else
destroying
back
the
there,
game.
too.
I think that a
Waffles
lot of the
reloaded.
toxic players who are loading premium are destroying the game. You know, I'm not saying that there's a lot of them, but at the same time, there is quite the amount.
What the?
What? Why?
Yeah, you know, premium high explosives. That's another thing. You know, I don't. Why is it that there's premium high explosives? You know, to me, the amount of sense that that makes is just so low.
I said he was coming. I gave warning.
And look at that, pop my turret. That was a pretty good shot. Not gonna deny that.
I'm sorry. What happened to our team?
They fell
What?
apart
They got mauled?
extremely fast. The
Oh my-
Compound's a 50 ton that was loading premium.
There was an
Fangula
E100
was
back,
loading AP.
sitting back where I was sniping. There was
Well,
the
E100s, dude.
705 or
you can't
something
really
that
play
was
in-
sitting midway. Like
Yeah.
what the? Ugh.
Pop goes the weasel.
All right.
Welcome, Lance. It's nice to see you here.
You're going to have to play 1 or 2 without me because I'm going to eat some lunch. No, be right back.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people, they can't stand playing artillery because it just feels like all you do is sit at the back of the map and shoot people. And then each premium artillery that they release, for instance, the Equalizer, the first few days the Equalizer was out, in Tier 10's lobbies, it was absolutely destroying IS-7s. You know, like it would see a Russian tank and it would just completely maul them apart. You know, in the 4 shots, it would literally kill an IS-7, Object 277. And the reason for that is because, look, at the rear end of this on the engine rack, it's got 20 millimeters. Okay? The 705A. Looking at the top, this one's pretty thick. You know, it's not going to penetrate as often, but it's still going to hit and it's still going to hurt. But the IS-7, the Object 260, I've watched Equalizers clip them out with 1 shot every single 20 seconds. Just because of the top armor. You know, in my opinion, that's just wrong that, you know, they dropped in a Tier 8 premium tank and it could clip out a 10. So yeah, I went over a lot today. A little lost now. But coming with the next season, you know, high hopes. A lot of the close quarters maps, Inksk from Inksk War.
He should play one without him.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Go ahead, start. So Inksk War, Pearl River, Westfield. Westfield hasn't been in the game in a while either. That's a map I'm excited to see. And since it's not in the game, I'm hoping that they're reworking it. You know, all these maps that are not in the game, I'm hoping that they're being reworked. Because we haven't seen a map rotation in over a month and a half. You know, and if you guys are playing the game right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It has been the same maps in rotation for a month and a half. And it used to be every single 2 weeks, we would see new maps for 2 weeks. Every single 2 weeks, it would rotate. You know, they announced that they were taking away Melanovka, the regular green version, and adding in winter to compensate for that. But the fact that winter pops up and it's still popping up continuously, winter Melanovka, it's a completely different playground than regular Melanovka. Oh yeah, and also the Great Wall. We haven't seen that map at all either. Holy crap, Lance just brought up another map I haven't seen in forever now. Yeah, there's a lot of maps that just aren't in the game, and it's really hard to continue playing whenever you're on the same maps all the time. You know, you want to burn people out, play the same maps for a month and a half, you know. It's the reason why I can't get into Call of Duty. Same maps all the time.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm behind you. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of hypocritical for me to say that because I play World of Tanks, and I've got almost 16,000 matches now. I mean, that's just since beta stopped, and during beta I put in like 35, 40,000 matches. And then the game officially released, and then, you know, take a 2-year break, come back. Take a break, come back. Take a break, come back. And now I've been back for about a year continuously, logging on daily.
I got tanks behind me, behind you.
All right, I'll
Oh,
flip.
see, that's actually a map I like, and I hardly ever see.
Yeah, see, the one second you
Figures.
say that you're going to disappear,
Oh, come
we get a map you
on.
want.
Seriously.
I actually like this map a lot. I don't always do real good on it, but I
Son
like
of
it a lot.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ridge, right? Yeah, this is Dragon Ridge.
What I like best about this map is there's so many places you can go.
Fisherman's Bay over and over. You know, whenever they reworked that map, I was excited to see it. You know, and now I've seen it so much that I'm just not excited to see it. Each time it pops up now, I'm just like, oh crap, we know exactly what's going to go on here. Everyone's going to go city or everyone's going to go left and no one else is going to go over here. You know, like it's just the same thing on repeat over and over and over. Really, really hard.
Every time.
Yeah, and I feel like each time we get on it, the matchmaking just gets worse and worse and worse. We need a rotation because a lot of people, they're getting too comfortable all heading in one direction and completely losing a different area of the map. So, you know, everyone goes city and no one goes to the far right back ridge with the drop off. And you need top tier tanks covering that drop off, at least 2, you know.
And if you know,
But let's
if
say
you
like
spawn on
tier
one-
10s.
Like you said, if you spawn on one side, everybody goes across the top. And if you spawn at the other side, everybody
Wow,
goes to the
IS3
city.
giving me trouble. And artillery and tanks off to our right. And right there's another thing, you know. Going over positioning here, you had the top section, E6, D6, D7, and then we had no tanks that came up top to D7 to defend players and prevent them from rushing around F7. So all they did was drop down low, and since I wasn't able to hold off, you know, let's say E8, because I wasn't able to go there because we had tanks coming down at the bottom, I had to flip back around, which in return allowed players to come down the center. We had no one up on the top ridge doing anything to really help out.
Wow, you got that down to about a 10-second delay. You know that?
Yeah, I made sure to do low latency for this run. Yeah, Lance, I think I'd agree with the stroke. And tech mining, no. Sorry, man. It's like
Wait,
no
tech
no advertising on the channel, even if you're just gonna try and, you know, even if it's to try and get people in general, like just no. I'm against that. Yeah, Lance, that's why you know, we're going over what we would like to see for the next season. You know, the E100 buff that they did on PC, I would really love to see that on console, along with the IS4, the OE5, because whenever you look at the differences between the Super Conk, which speaking of
Oh,
which,
and going on without me, I'm still eating.
oh no problem.
Okay.
But before we jump into a match, Toto, I actually do want to look at this. 8.69 reload time. And then real fast, I'm just going to do this. This is probably one of the best comparisons that you can do for how, you know, how balanced out console is compared to PC. So yeah, 8.69. And then for PC, which I'll bring you guys with me. It was here just a second ago. So we had the weaponry 8.34. Okay, 8.34. And now if we jump over to, let's say, full tank list, let's go to USA, for instance, the OE5. Take a look at the reload time at 8.44. All right, so 8.44. Now, pretty good reload time. It's just a little bit shy of what the Super Conk is. And then we look at our OE4 over here on console, well, OE5, we have a 10-second reload time. So the Super Conk on PC and console are almost identical. They are just barely short of one another with their penetrations. Oh, so what, you looking to do donations? Well, yeah, you know, I'm not really worried about the super chat. You know, primarily I go for educational purchases. Educational purchases. Here I am screwing around. Like I'm not looking to monetize my channel at all. If I get sponsorships or if I get people that come over and they're like, "Oh, hey, we'll pay you to show this off for a second," I'll be like, "Sure, you know, why not?" You know, I'll do a quick 30 seconds, you know, and if I get ads, whatever, they're going to be at the very end of the video. If they put them anywhere else inside the video, I will not use them. You know, it is your choice if you want to support me or not. But a super chat, you know, I'm newer to streaming. I'm newer to having a nicer setup to get everything out and go over stuff with other people. So primarily, I'm not exactly knowledgeable about streaming. I just found out how to set it up by, you know, going over videos and getting on forums lists. But forums lists is primarily what I do. I'll take it. Yeah, give it to Koza. Koza will like it a lot. I'm in Utah. I am surrounded by Mormons. I probably should have started off just saying I'm surrounded by Mormons. You could have taken a guess from that. But yeah.
All right, we've got enemies in the area. You either have to take them all out.
Primarily, what I like, I made my channel to get involved with the community and get a following. You know, to get influence. Becoming a CC would be really cool, but primarily what I'm going for is just to educate people on the game with how armor works, spotting mechanics, and everything that they have. You know, just to go over that and have a great time. Oh yeah, give it to Koza. Slap Koza with that. Problem solved. I mean, depending on what you're offering. Nah, you know, I said in one of my first videos that primarily, I don't want to go out and have people buy me stuff in this game. I want to go out and get it myself because, you know, I'm here for educational purposes. And probably quality gameplay, which, you know, Sundown comes here to watch Unicum gameplay.
Well, I'm dead.
And immediately into the ammo rack, and I shot a rock. And right off the bat, I'm already out of a repair kit. You know, not even a minute and a half into the match, I'm already down a repair kit. Now I have nothing left to use. So yeah, regenerating consumables, I support that 100%.
Yeah, I hope for that.
Oh, dude, I super hope for that.
What the? Did he pin you through your tracks?
The 705A or the artillery that just hit me?
705.
705, I think, was firing premium.
Did it get through your
Well, you know,
mantle somehow?
World of Tanks is a game that I play a lot. You know, and the community that we have, educating a small group can slowly lead to more people mentioning me to go out and check out videos that I do or to do anything else. And primarily just the community inside this game. You know, you have some players that have, let's say, like 48% win rates that are looking to get better at it. And a lot of the stuff that I try to go over, you know, could probably help them. You know, I want this game to get bigger, you know. And that's why I'm dedicated to streaming it. And that's also why I'm trying to auto-lock a machine and I'm making mistakes. Alright, you know, machine, if you were just to aim down a little bit, you would have no problem penetrating me. They see me flipping. You got a 20-second
My
reload.
front lawn.
Yeah. -2 gives him distance. Ram! Oh.
That's hilarious. Kill him. Kill him.
Thanks, Sundown. You know, it's like, yeah, you know, sure. I went out and I spent $3,000 on a streaming setup just to educate people on a game. A single game. That should tell you how dedicated I am to this game. I don't use my computer for anything else except for World of Tanks. And maybe some low-cost replays on PC, because really cool matches. You know. Oh, there's no way. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm done. Maybe.
Dude, you don't have group chat going? They can't hear me?
Oh, no,
They
they
can.
can hear all of us.
Okay. I didn't... you know, I
Cyberpunk
wasn't hearing myself.
2077, no. I literally, this channel is dedicated to the World of Tanks. Like, I haven't even pre-ordered Cyberpunk yet. Don't get me wrong, Keanu Reeves, cool dude, but still not gonna make me go out and buy Cyberpunk. I mean, I want to get it, but yeah, I don't have a lot of time to invest into it. So all my time that I have, I put in the tanks.
Dropping target. Enemy is hit.
And besides, who knows? You know, channel might take off, might not take off. But I got my group of people that they watch me each time I stream. They check out my videos as soon as they're posted. And honestly, massive amounts of respect. And you guys know exactly who I'm talking to. You know, thanks for, you know, supporting me the past 2 months.
Has it only been 2 months? It doesn't. It feels.
It
Shorter than
streaming. It's been about 2 months. Videos probably about 3 to 4. Totally, you know, tech, that's awesome. Because, I mean, as you can see, it's not like I'm not an educated player on this game. I go nuts on it. I like to go over the news boards. I jump on the forums. So it's like primarily, you know, it's like you guys want to know what's happening inside the game. You know, actually, best question would be, would you guys like to see videos on Tuesdays of just me going over the news board, stating my opinions, or going through the forums and laughing at stuff people are trying to get debuffed? Because that's what I do. That's yeah, I think it's hilarious. Ram and shoot.
Best job I ever had.
No problem, Yuki. You know, you're here just to tune in, so no problem.
All right, I'm back. I'm ready to play.
And honestly,
You
I'm not going to
you up for
sponsor
some
like
nines?
the weekly deals are this. No, I'm not going to do that. Primarily, like every single 2 weeks, if something big's coming up, like a big change is going to be hitting, definitely I'll go over that. But if it's just like all they're doing is small deals or whatever, yeah, I'm not going to do a weekly update on that. But like map rotations, I think map rotations would be really cool to go over every single 2 weeks. Do a little live stream, be like, all right, so the maps this week are this, 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 and this, and this. Strategies for these maps, this position really good for side scraping. Next to that, a good 10, 20 meters off to the left, good haul down position.
It's stock.
Dropping down the
It's
nines.
stock. It's a stock standard B. I have a lot of fun in that tank. I still have it.
I've got, like I said, I've got like
Yeah, Blade
actually,
absolutely
with the
loves his
B,
standard
that
B.
makes 18 tier 9s that I'm grinding out right now.
That's too many, Toto. That's way too many. Good luck making the money to get all of them.
Oh, not to mention what you were talking about earlier, the Object 430 V2.
Yeah,
The two eyes.
Yeah, I don't know why
I've got
there's
two
only
tanks
two
to
like
get off of that.
yeah.
still.
Isn't there 2 tanks in the game that have 3 tanks to grind out for?
The Conqueror and
The
one
432.
that I just mentioned.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are the only 2 that have got 3 tanks to grind out. Conqueror is a really
that
good
I am
tank,
aware of.
but the 432. Okay, so the 430, dash
Well,
two. There's no
from the
dash.
Conqueror, you get the Chieftain, the Super Conch, and the FE215B.
Yeah,
This just looks like a leopard, honestly. A leopard 1.
So yeah,
Does it not?
Sundown. I think I might start going over. If some big changes are coming up, I'll just mention it in a video, quick 5-minute educational setup. So that they're talking about doing this, that, and that. Because honestly, the boosters and stuff, I learned about that going over the forums, and then Clone Guy put a video out on it. A couple of other guys put videos out on it, but they weren't really going over a whole lot in them. And then the dev live streams that came up. Well, dude, I mean, I'm sitting here on my computer. I can literally open up a new tab, go to the forums. Speaking of which, I do want to look up that
Oh, hey, we got a
crew experience
learned.
boosters and see if it's
light
actually
platoon.
posted.
Oh god, I just realized the tier 8s are all platooned up. 2 different platoons.
Oh yeah, and plus it wasn't fake news. It was on the dev live stream that they talked about it. So WOT console on Twitch. And it'll surprise you. A lot of people tune into their Twitch every single time they put one up. Now, they usually get a pretty good amount of people to jump into those.
Whoops, sorry.
Man,
I mean, I'll state what I would love to see. I don't know why they would want to remove the crew boosters to begin with. Because everyone uses them. If you got a couple, use them. And there's reasons why I like stacking them up. I enjoy pulling out crews that are not trained all the way and then going nuts on training in new crews, which I haven't done for a long time, and that's why I got 44x4 and a couple 10s, which I've been using up quite a few as of recent for the times 10s, working some American crews.
Where did that go?
Where'd what go? What'd you shoot?
I
Oh.
shot that.
279E. I also had a shell that just
No,
completely
I
missed.
shot that guy that just died. Right.
Oh, the Companza?
Yeah. And how that did not hit him, I don't know.
Okay, look at that splash. that one wasn't that bad. But if I was in like one of my heavy tanks, I feel like I would have taken more damage. Speaking of which, there's 2 nukes on the enemy team, Blade, so if you want to
I say
push
we-
down to the
I think
bottom
we should
left.
push. I think we should push.
You want to push? I
Yep.
can only take 2 shots, but let's go.
Yeah, I'm full health. I'll take them.
You're just like, whatever, bring it. So yeah, you know, getting regulars in on the stream. I got Koza, Grayson, Lance, Yuki. I mean, pretty much I can name them all off. And then Sundown, you appear every once in a while. It's nice that you managed to get on today rather than later at night. Then again, it is a Saturday, you know, not a lot of people are working. Koza, the best way to choose a crew would be to look at, like, what crews only have, like, 2 perks or 3 perks that you want to get up. Or what factions inside the game you don't have a whole lot of training on. So, for instance, if I'm going to be training a crew, I might slam out, I don't know, a brand new Chinese tank and just specialize it for my light tank. You know, so concealment, muffled shot, recon, situational awareness, brothers in arms. Definitely need firefighting. Oh, hey, look, it's Yuki.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Yuki's in a T-92 in the enemy
Oh
team.
my god.
Yeah. How you doing, Yuki? I'm so sorry, Yuki. I got shots on you. Yeah, you know, 80 tier 10s, man. You know, I've got, I think, like 44. Oh, no. Yeah. Nice going, Yuki. You missed. Making my day. It's a guy I also missed.
Come on, you're not even trying.
It's like friendly rivalry right here, you know? Well, yeah, you know, then just equip them. Equip a couple premium tanks that you want to use. And then just go train them out, Koza. That's all you got to do. Yeah, I work a lot too.
Sorry.
Sundown,
Yuki.
so getting those in, it can be a pain. I'm back. Jump back in the 10s or what?
What are you talking about, Yuki? You do know that we were in that match, right?
Yeah, Yuki knew. Yuki knows. Nice good roll
got-
on that one side.
Okay. Just because I want to make sure. See, all the Americans have 1.
Oh yeah,
The
going over
SU
what tanks. Yeah,
Has
the Americans all
2.
have 1.
The T-54 has
Yeah, but the
2.
SU-122 is not a bad tank to grind out, though. And I mean, the 2 tanks you
ain't a
get,
bad
it's
tank,
180,000 and like 190,000 for the 268. So it's not too bad. The 430,
all
you got
together,
3
you-
tanks to get. And then the British have a 2. The Centurion 7-1 to get your hands on the Centurion Action X and the FE-4-202. And then the Tortoise, which goes to the Badger, the Badger, not the Batter, the Badger. And then the Death Star, and then the Conqueror that goes to 3 tanks. The French have got 2 9s that go to a single tier 10. So the Lore 40 ton, the Batchat 25 AP, which, oh, here you go. The Batchat 12 ton, which has to grind out 3 tier 9s.
Or the AMX M450. Well, yeah. Yeah, the 12-ton light tank. Man.
Yeah, that 12
Oh,
ton was
don't forget, don't
it's
forget,
gonna be a pain.
what is it? The,
You know, and then you got the Swedish where you got to play the Leo to get your hands on the UDES and the Mill.
oh, and then there's the Tiger P from the Germans.
Oh yeah, put on all boosters at once, go play one match and watch like 10 perks roll off after one game. That'd be hilarious. All right, jumping back up, Hernandez, if you're still watching, 47% win rate. It's like, if you're getting on the game to enjoy it, don't worry about your win rate. You're here just to have fun with it. And if you ever decide to get competitive in the game, there's a couple of tanks that can really help you out right off the bat. So primarily some tier 8 premiums or jumping into some tier 10s that just overall really help out. So far today, looking at the forums, just one that barely got posted less than like 4 minutes ago. The rewards program, which in my opinion, you need to invest a lot of time for those reward programs. And then the rewards that you get from them, it's not even really worth the effort.
BRB.
So yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just take a look at this. So back over to scene 2. But, for the rewards program, gonna have to hit my stats and then go rewards so it logs in. So today it's December 5th. So keep in mind my rewards program just the past 5 days. Once it loads, after it logs in. Dun, 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 dun. Calculating your rewards. So I'm already at the double A. And next is the triple A, which is, you go triple A. Yeah, triple A is the last one to get your hands on, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Best way to go, Tanker Rewards Program. So, scrolling down. Yeah, so AAA is the last one at 2,500 points. You hit that double A really fast at 500. And then for the monthly progress, then you have the yearly progress, which the yearly progress is actually based upon tiers. So between 1 and 3, it's challenger stats. Between 4 to 6, it's pro. 7, 8, 9, and then 10's also included for legend. But you get more points for playing inside, 7 to 10. Now, where was the one that we went over? I think I passed it. Okay, so right here, this entire spot, even if you win and survive every single match for that 2,500, it's still a lot. So bringing out the calculator. So let's say 5 points every single match. So we're going to take 2,500, divide it. No, that's not 2,500. That's me being dumb. Yeah, can we just reset it? Just hit equal. Okay, clear. So 2,500 divided by 5. And keep in mind, that is just if you survive and win every single match that you play in that month. So win 1 and survive plus 5 points. Win and no survive plus 4 points. So win and survive. You're still going to have to play 500 matches, win and survive. Not including your bad matches. So estimated, the best way to go over that, you're probably going to have to invest at least 1,000 games a month in order to get your monthly progress, which the rewards that you give you that they give you for your monthly progress, I don't think that it's beneficial to put that many matches in. Oh yeah, I got to grind the British whenever they weren't debuffed. You know, I got to jump in on the Conqueror whenever it wasn't a crappy tank before they destroyed its hatch. Honestly though, I love that they destroyed its hatch. The tier 9 conch and the super conch, I'd say like a year ago, were probably some of the most overpowered tier 10s inside the game. And with a lot of the reworking that they did to those tanks, I don't care. You know, they deserved to get slapped. Yeah, I was happy whenever I saw that they got slapped. But the rewards program, the amount that they're asking players
Super
to
Conch is
invest.
still stupid overpowered.
Oh yeah, with the premium pin and then the accuracy that it gets, the precision that the gun has, absolutely crazy. It's too much, way too much. You know, it's just gnarly. But yeah, Koza, for the rewards program, last month I got my single war chest out of it. Honestly, ranked gameplay was better to play through than going after the monthly rewards. Because, you know, just let me tell you what the rewards are for December. 1 camo voucher, 1 2 times XP crew boost, 1 3, no, not crew boost, these are all just XP boost. So 1 camo voucher, 1 2 times, 5 3 times, 5 5 times, and then 6 times 4 crew boosts. And then they give you 1 hero's war chest and 3 days of premium. You know, for investing 1,000 matches in a single month, the rewards that they're offering at the very end of that, yeah, it's just not worth grinding out at all, in my opinion. Just not even worth it. But I'm here to grind it out, so I'll grind it out and let you know what I think. And,
Sorry, Blade.
you know,
Like,
gave
looking at
you my review on it.
right now.
No, I'm ready whenever you are, Fed.
You know, another thing is how much...
Softy, do you have the object 430 unlocked?
No, I have to go all the way down to tier 6. So hold on a second, for a single hero's war chest at $5, you know, and then all the additional stuff that they give you from it, let's say it totals out to like three days of premium being 650 gold to get that much. So you're going to pay, let's say, another $5 because they don't have a 350 gold. So 3 days, 650 compared to $5, so $7. We'll just say, you know, a total of, I don't know, $8 over the course of 1,000 matches is basically what they're offering you in rewards. But then you invest your time in ranked gameplay, you hit the Grandmaster stage, you grind out for a few days, and you just go nuts. You know, you can hit the Grandmaster stage without being good at the game because, you know, you're not going to lose every single match, and you don't drop tiers. You know, you stay inside the same tier no matter what. I find that investing 10 hours in ranked gameplay to hit the Grandmaster stage to get those, what is it, the 3 Heroes War Chests or the 6 Heroes War Chests, along with the Commanders and the General War Chests that they give you, is more beneficial than grinding out an entire month.
Yeah, I think it was 8, 3 and 3, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly super
That's
good.
it's like 2 or 3.
No problem, Sundown.
levels
Thanks for
above
tuning in.
gold.
And Toto, can we get a match rolling?
Well, I was getting to it, but you know, you being you. How much is it to unlock the object 430? 'Cause
Quite a
I've already
bit.
got it unlocked.
So 150,000.
250,000.
No, it for the no, not the 430, for the object 432, the tier 9, 150,000 experience, not including what you got to grind out.
No, that's what I'm saying though. How much is just for the 430 tier 10?
Oh, just a regular
Is that-
regular 430, 260,000. And then you
Yeah.
have the K91 at 252,000, and then the object 430U at 287,000.
That's 6. So
And then I
that's-
thought it was hilarious because the object 263 was
They're
only like
asking for
226,000. You know, and then you
they're
look over
asking
here
for
at the T54.
750, 800,000.
Yeah,
Grinding out.
just experience. I mean, you look at the T54, look at the tanks that you get behind that line, you know, 200,000, 206,000. And then these tanks, an extra 45,000, an extra 52,000, you know, an extra 87,000 experience on top of that. So you got to put a lot of matches in that 432 just to get those tanks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the grind. It's just like, bruh.
It's a lot, you know, you got to put a lot of time into that tank.
Stupid on some of these. You know what's hilarious though? I could sit side by side with a Conqueror or a Super Conk and just play peekaboo with him trying to hit my hatches.
Unless
Alright,
he's
buddy,
loading
let's
nothing
go.
but premium.
Yeah. And 90% of the time he's just gonna ricochet. Whereas I'm so low profile, I'll just pin right through his chassis.
Yeah, and then for players like Koza,
Even
that's
if you
not
don't-
running.
If you don't have a premium count, oh god, you'd be lucky to get
Yeah.
50 experience on a win. I mean, on a loss. Excuse me, on a loss.
Well, on a loss, dude, it's like 500,
And
700 experience,
even
and that's if you do really good. You
Yeah,
know,
if you don't do good, you're lucky to get 100 and 150.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. A while back, I actually did a test to this before I put a whole crap ton of premium on my account. You know, even if you perform really good on a non-premium account, I honestly believe they are lying about the rewards. So compared to standard, compared to the amount of gold, well, the amount of silver you get and the amount of experience you get, I've had matches that I've done 6,000 damage with a non-premium account, and I only made 20,000. But yet I pull off the same maneuvers inside my, you know, premium account, and then it says
Same
without
tank and
premium.
everything.
Yeah, and then it says without
We're gonna do
premium,
something different.
I would have made like 50,000 in some tanks. So I actually think that their multipliers are extremely off whenever you do get a premium account.
So you think they're jipping us out when we do run premium? To a
I mean,
point,
it's
to an
really
extent?
hard to do that because of the 2x bonus that's going on for the seasonal rewards. And the only way to test it out would be make a new account, play the same tank, and try to get the same exact match every single time. Or just go over like 100 matches just on an estimated amount of experience that you're getting. You know, you're going to have to find the average that a premium player gets and a non-premium player gets. I just ricocheted the Yaguru. He is not happy. And then, you know, mercenaries and everything else. There's a lot of things in this game to go over, but, you know, that's a lot to go over. Mechanics in the game, dude, you could probably spend, like, I don't know, 10 hours talking about those. So trying to simplify it would be the best way. I need to try and find a way to simplify a ton of the mechanics in game.
Ugh. Okay, I won't try that again.
And then at moments like that, you know, you're saving your repair kit just in case you get ammo racked again. I'd rather
Man.
watch my turret pop off than deal with the match that I'm ammo racked for the rest of the match.
my engine was shot, so. And look at that, just you and me.
Oh yeah,
Offense play.
no one else came down that right side. Speaking of which, what were
I know
our
you wanted
heavies?
to
So
try something out.
in M103
Well, I mean,
and IS3, M103 and IS3, and then Blade instead of a T10, and then they had a Quillen, and then an FV215B. So right there, already outmatched in the city by the two Tier 10s heavy tanks, and then we had no Tier 10 heavy tanks.
that would have probably worked out better had I had a tank that had better gun depression.
Probably. Were you in the city, or where were you?
Mid.
I was mid. I was at the like the 6th line.
So yeah, way down there. Alrighty, total. Let's jump back up inside 10. My object 263 has a 100% trained crew. I want to find out what the reload is now. It's kind of cool that you can't put vents in this tank since it's got an open top. You know, so it pretty much already has pre-built-in ventilation. Except for the exhaust, I think, is in the front. We'll find out in the match, you know. Just imagine driving and just trying to look at a viewport, exhaust pipes in the front, and then you're just like, oh, I'm blind. Design flaws. So anyways, guys, for the guys who are, you know, still here, kicking back, enjoying my ranting about the game, what would be content that you guys would like to see other than, you know, spotting mechanics, angling, ricochets, and yeah, just all those mechanics? Like, what kind of content would you like to see? Would you like to see me go over really good matches, like the match of the weeks, bring those back? Or what? Because I've been slacking off a lot. I'm not going to lie. Been slacking off quite a bit.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. Wow. Mento Vento. Wasn't he originally a CC?
We've got enemies incoming. Either take them out or capture their base.
What?
Let's go.
Some fun stuff going on right now. You know, I'm honestly pretty sure that I have completely destroyed my opportunity to become a CC for how, you know, much I go over the game. I state my opinions.
Ooh, shoot him in the face.
Oh, the
Coming to
VK?
City. Or at least that's what it looks like. My side of city.
Oh no, Panzer 7s, you can't shoot them in the face.
I will shoot you in the face.
Yeah, you know, shoot them right in the gun mantle. Problem solved. Go straight through that turret.
Yeah, shoot him in the face.
Can't shoot the Panzer 7 in
Oh,
the face,
that
though.
got him. Yeah, that got him right in the track. I mean, come on, be honest. You know anybody that tracks people more than me? Anybody?
No, I don't think I do.
You know, it's not like I try.
They found us. Ready to fire on target.
Alright, so we're good to push up against the 705A. I don't know if there's anything on my right.
What the heck? Are you serious? Come on. You're lucky I'm still reloading.
Alrighty, Blade, ready to take on the Valor? Oh, I done goofed.
Oh,
Like I
can
said,
pull that
shoot
up.
him in the face.
Did it work?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Wait. What? So what tracked me? Did the E5 track me? Like the heck?
You know, Panzer 7s, it was kind of funny. People complained about the lower plate on those. And then they debuffed them. And then I had a buddy that just still complained about how weak it was, and I just bounced off it with an APCR. Nah, Panzer 7's got really good frontal armor.
It's too much side,
Come on, Blade, you got
I
this.
think.
With your 292 hit points. So, Mento Ventimo. I'm checking out the CCs. I don't know if he was a CC or not.
Oh, that's so unfair.
Oh.
Don't ask me why. It just is. Why are we all dead?
Because we died.
Why
We died
am I
fast.
still watching this match? Why did you not tell me to leave this match?
Because
Just realized
we
we were all
didn't
dead.
we didn't mention it. we didn't mention it. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna put one more in for the stream, and then stream's gonna be good. You know, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for jumping over, checking it out. But you know, I went over quite a bit today. You know, for next season, seriously, there's a lot that we would like to see. So, you know, Monday Madness, we're gonna have to get some matches grinded out for that. I've been slacking off quite a bit, so. Indeed, Yuki, it was a blast killing you into tier 9.
Wait, you did wind up killing him?
Yeah, I killed Yuki. Friendly rivalry, you know? Alrighty, Toto, pull out a tank that you just want to screw around with, have some fun in. Well, let's go. And I can officially say you guys suck at this.
Who?
Not the game, just, you know, like what we want to see for the next week. Should I do like a month in advance, letting you guys know, and then give you a script, or what? You know, sound like a robot reading from a script.
What? Did we not speak enough?
Oh no, it's just like, you know, middle of me, you know, sitting here talking about, you know, what I'd like to see, and then you guys, Toto's all like, God
Well,
damn it, I missed my shot, you know, and it's all like, all right, cool.
Well, what's a little what's a little chat without having something random being thrown in the mix?
Oh, it was random, all right. It was random.
Hey, we were pretty good about not cussing.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Wait, what? Wait, when did I get it? Did I close last night? Yeah, I closed last night.
Listen to this guy.
I had 3?
And besides, there's a couple of things in the forums that I saw pop up. Minto Vento, yeah, Ventimo apparently got fired last night during a live stream. I want to read that. I want to go over that forum. I don't know if he was a community contributor or one of the producers of the game.
Poor K.
He might have been a
Poor
producer.
guy.
Who? Oh, the Companza?
KPZ. Yeah. He goes up against you, tries to get away. Here I come on his
Then you hit him?
side.
Wedging right in the middle of this.
You know, we talked about premium rounds, and we loaded in tanks that the only thing we're going to be seeing fly at us is premium.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you know, while this is still going, I do have a Twitch up. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch as well. During the non-official streams for YouTube, I will be streaming on Twitch. So, you know, Monday through Thursday, you can catch me on Twitch. Maybe a little bit after this stream, I might be jumping up on Twitch. So, yeah, if you guys want to catch me on there, if you got other questions or whatever, you know where to find me. Or you can add me on the Xbox as well and send me messages, and I'll try my best to reply. Alright, Toto, you got shots on that Object 140 behind me?
Nope.
Can you rush in to get shots?
Not on the 140, no.
Can't come up where I am?
Not from in front of you.
Oh yeah, you're down the hill. What was the heavy tank up on top?
It's a 279E.
Ouch. I didn't even look. Armor,
Trying to
honestly,
draw him
in
out.
my reviews, whenever I go over the tanks, I mention, you know, ways to go over a tank. So, like, if there's a very specific tank that you would like to see, let me know, and I'll try my best to get one out for you.
What is he doing?
I should probably
Whatever.
load a high explosive, which doesn't seem like I needed to. And, Hermendez, the best way to do that would be to jump in like the Carnivan or the Paladin, my most recent review, and just put down inside there the
Wow.
tanks that you would like to
That
see,
is
and I'll try my best to get them out.
Ridiculous.
Oh, Blade, you're behind me. Double tap.
Got it? I'm still reloading.
Angling light tanks. There are some light tanks in the game that you can angle.
Oh, come on.
Blade, you want to let me through? I'm getting shot in the rear and I kind of want to get forward. Oh.
Artie's coming in for a shotgun, and he missed. Haha.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm waiting for artillery.
They're too focused on me.
Guess I'm gonna ricochet at the side armor of the 279E. Heavy tanks in general, you know, there's multiple types. You know, like not every single one can be played the same way. So learning the armor models in most heavy tanks, you got to play them a lot to learn them. You know, the way that I play my 60 TP, the way that I play my mouse, it's the play styles for these tanks. My OE5, I play the same way. I'm still learning how to drive and well, how to play the WZ5A, so the tier 10 Chinese heavy. Because characteristics of tanks, they all change depending on what you're trying to go for. Kronenwagen, extremely good at hull down. I don't know if that was me breaking stuff or tanks on my left breaking stuff.
I'll put them on 7 hit points.
Yeah, KV-1 is a great learning tank for just overall angles, but for top tier learning,
Badger,
you know,
badger,
you're gonna
badger,
have
badger,
to.
mushroom,
behind
mushroom.
Yeah, Badger was gonna get me. You know, 279E and that 62 down low. Almost did my hit points, so yeah, that was not bad. A little bit short. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And Mendez, you know, welcome to the live streams. And if Tech is still there, you know, thanks for tuning in.
Yep, you guys have a good one.
Indeed. And yeah, you know what? I think know your tanks. I should get a lot more of those out on heavy tanks, medium tanks, and all of them. So if I get a good match, I'll probably go over them and how to play them, best angles, and you know the benefits to their guns, everything else. So other than that, you guys have a great day, and seriously, thanks for tuning in and listening to me rant about my opinions on the game. So yeah. Last thing, hit the crap out of your crew experience boosters. I'm not 100% if they're removing them, but I will jump on the forums and double check. But from what I know, it was done on a dev live stream and a older post. That was about a month ago. So other than that, yeah, nothing else. Covered a lot. Yeah, no. Can't wait for the new maps to be dropped. That's probably number one. So I'm going to go take a break, get some food. And yeah, if you guys want to, look me up on Twitch. It should be linked to my YouTube. Other than that, it's my gamer tag with underscores rather than spaces because, you know, Twitch is so fantastic. So yeah, you know, monologuing. Best way to do this, right? I'm out of here.